Have you ever met someone who was always focused on themselves and acted like the world revolved around them? Someone who doesn't seem to care about the people that they interact with and always seems to have an opinion about everything? It is likely that you have run into a narcissist. What is a narcissist? Narcissism is a personality disorder and mental health condition, one that affects and alters a person's perspective. People who suffer from narcissism have a hard time understanding the emotions and mindsets of other people, and this makes them extremely entitled and selfish. The idea of narcissism has been around for centuries. The ancient Greeks told myths of a young man named Narcissus who was too wrapped up in his own appearance to give away love to another. He rejected the love of many, and after one of these lovers was spurned by Narcissus, a goddess placed a curse on him. He fell in love with his own reflection and slowly wasted away while staring at himself. He was then transformed into a white flower with the same name. Narcissism is not simply classified by someone obsessed with the way they look. This mindset dominates every aspect of their lives. A person who suffers from narcissism experiences feelings of grandiosity and believes that they are better than everyone else. They are attention-seeking and entitled, and are convinced that the world revolves around them. Because they believe they are superior to others, they are under the impression that they should receive some form of special treatment. A narcissist is often very arrogant, critical, and quick to anger. They lack empathy for other people, and this means that they have a hard time developing meaningful relationships, and often manipulate people for their own personal gain. Narcissism affects so many other people than just the one who was diagnosed. Studies showed that nearly 6% of the general population suffer from narcissistic personality disorder. It is much more common in men, with 75% of adults diagnosed being male. There are certain demographics which are at higher risk as well, including Black men, Hispanic women, young adults, people who were never married, and people who are widowed, separated, or divorced. Narcissism is often co-occurring, and most suffer from other personality disorders and mental health issues as well. There is not a medication that can be taken to help with narcissistic personality disorder. No medication will change a person's perspective. Studies have shown that the best route to follow is participating in therapy. Narcissists do not take feedback well. Many of them do not acknowledge that anything needs to change or realize that they are behaving in a problematic way. They are very quick to blame, point fingers, and rarely accept responsibility for their own actions. All of these aspects can make therapy less effective. 40% of people with narcissistic personality disorder drop out of therapy and relapse. But this doesn't mean that therapy cannot help. There are many different forms of therapy that are designed to target narcissistic personality disorder. These processes will focus on reflection and contemplation of emotions and understanding other people's behavior and reactions. Therapy techniques will teach a person to take responsibility and increase awareness of how their actions affect people. They will provide healthy ways to process feelings, practice self-control and tolerance, and break bad habits and destructive behaviors. Possibly most important of all, therapy can help a person to develop better communication skills and gain a new perspective, which will allow them to have a much better quality of life than they would otherwise have.